And the Yiddish word for today is booby. And booby means your grandmother. And let's see if your booby approves of complementary and supplementary angles. So this lesson will be on lesson 1.3 that begins on page 13. And it's about complementary and supplementary angles. So we're going to start really quickly with supplementary. An angle that is supplementary has to equal 180 degrees. Okay, so two angles or more that add up to 180 degrees. So if I said, okay, we have angle T, and then we had angle P, and I said, okay, well, this angle T, this is 128 degrees. See the little degree sign? 128 degrees. And since I know that these angles are supplementary, and the book will tell you when it is, if I add these two angles together, they're supposed to be 180 degrees. So if you know one angle, then you'll know the other angle, because you know this plus this is 180. So 128 plus something equals 180 degrees. So to figure out what that something is, and a lot of you could probably do this right in their head, but you would subtract 128 from 180 to get your answer. So you would say, okay, I'm going to subtract 128 from each side. So I get whatever this angle is, it's got to be what? 52 degrees. Because 128 plus 52 equals 180 degrees. That's what supplementary means. Another example of supplementary. Say if we have a straight angle. Remember, all lines, straight angles, equal to 180 degrees. Supplementary. So if we said, okay, let's put a little arrow here, make two separate angles here. We'll say that this one is 73 degrees. We'll say that this one is 25x plus 7 degrees. Well, we just said this straight angle has got to be 180 degrees, which is supplementary. That means this angle plus this angle have to equal 180 degrees. That means that I can go ahead and take 73 degrees, add this angle, whatever it may be. And yeah, it's got variables, it's got numbers. No big deal. You add them all together. So 25x plus 7 degrees, that's got to equal 180 degrees because this angle and this angle are supplementary. So we can add it all up. But remember, we have to follow combining like terms. We can't add this x, these 25x's to these. So we go ahead, we say, okay, 73 plus 7, that's 80 degrees. Cross those out. And then we have 25x. We cannot put this 25 with this 80. Remember, they're not like terms. Now what do I do? That's right. I'm going to subtract 80 from each side. I get 25x equals 100. Now, remember what the last move would be? Yep, we divide out that 25 and we get x equals, well, 100 divided by 25 is 4. So x equals 4 degrees. Of course, you could take this, put it back into the original to get our answer of x equals 4 degrees. Now we're going to plug it in. We're going to pin our answer into that part to figure out what that angle is. So we write, okay, so x equals 4 degrees. We rewrite it below it, just like a check. 25x plus 7. We plug in the 4. 25 times 4 plus 7. Well, 25 times 4, remember order of operations, multiply before we add. We get 100 degrees plus 7 degrees, that's 107 degrees. That means that that angle right there, that one right there, this right here, is 107 degrees because 107 plus 73 makes the 180. Supplementary. We're going to talk about our complementary angles. Complementary angles add up to 90 degrees. Always 90 degrees. And complementary. So it's complementary. They always add up to 90 degrees. Thus, if I had this right angle right here, remember all right angles are 90 degrees. we go ahead, we say this is x degrees. This is, say, let's say x plus 22 degrees. Well, if this whole thing is 90 degrees, right angles, 90 degrees, that means this angle plus this angle also has to be 90 degrees. So we can go ahead and make an equation out of this. X degrees plus 22 equals 90. And all I did here was rewrite what's here, right here, just without the little picture. X degrees plus 22 equals 90. X plus 22 equals 90. Well, what can we combine here? Well, we got an x plus an x. Well, that's two x's. Does anybody remember what to do next? Sure, we'll drop our line. We'll subtract 22. That will give us 68 and 2x on this side. And remember what to do next? That's right, we divide by 2. X equals 34 degrees. Now we take this 34 degrees and we plug it into these two. Well, 34 here, well, this one, if x is 34 degrees, then we just say, okay, 34 degrees. This first part over here, this one's 34 degrees. And this one is 34 degrees plus 22 degrees. Well, 34 plus 22, that's 56 degrees. So this over here is 56 degrees. And 34 plus 56 equals 90. A supplementary angle. Go bother your booby and see if you can solve some of the problems.